Ah, good evening. Let's start with some exercise. We'll do some kicking as an exercise. Yeah, sure, martial arts. Okay. Okay. Uh, let's get some water, shall we? Ah, okay. So kicking, right? Yeah. Ah, 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 yeah. And then some swing, like. Whew, I think that should be good. How many minutes? 1 minute. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, let's take 5 minutes break. Oh. Whew. Okay. Okay. Ah, all right. Hmm. Well, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. Uh, all right. So, yeah, yesterday I made an episode, but I decided not to upload it. Why? Because I think I said something inappropriate for public publication. So, yeah, that happens once in a while. So, yeah, because sometimes catharsis is basically we have some negative copium, right? And we get it out. It's like going to a bathroom, right? So when I say someone negative, what do? I just put it in the external hard drive, and I don't publish it. Why? Too much negative copium in there. So yeah, yeah, it happens once in a while. Anyways, uh, like let's talk about climate change, right? Climate change. So we back in the days, like a while ago, we came up with a model, simplified model. Let's define that. Will I ever write about climate change? Yeah, yeah. This is a big topic, right? Yeah, it's very important topic. Why? Because people are. I mean, President Joe Biden's administration is the Green New Deal, so they do not like fossil fuel. They think it's bad for the planet Earth. So a lot of Democrats think that way. But I'm a conservative, so we have some different opinions about climate change. So, and it's affecting industry, like energy industry, motor industry. So it's very important topic. So I will write about that at some point. Uh, Maybe after this copium paper. Uh, so the very happy Friday, everybody. Yeah. So let's talk about climate change. So scientific modeling is about simplification. Okay. Um, sorry, I have to wipe my underarm. Got too sweaty. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, so it goes like this. All right. Scientific modeling is about simplification. All right. So let's us in nature on planet Earth there are just too many variables. All right. So our first attempt, let's have just one single variable. Okay. So scientific modeling is all about simplification. Okay. You start with one variable and then you add more and more and more later on. Okay. So okay. You ready? I'm not. I need some drinks. Okay, happy Friday. So I'm at home. There's nothing wrong with drinking. No, I am a drinker. Yeah. Yeah. Where's your mail? You drink. I do. Huh. So let's say they're just plants. No animals, no microorganisms, just plants and carbon dioxide. And yes, sunlight, water. Okay. But living organism, just plants. Okay. And there's nothing else. And let's see what happens on that kind of planet Earth. plants eventually will get rid of all the carbon dioxide in the air. And the earth will become colder and colder. And all the plants will die. That's what's going to happen. If there are only plants and carbon dioxide on planet Earth. Okay. Why? Because plants, yeah, they exhale carbon dioxide too. But when they inhale carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, they fix carbon dioxide, carbon fixation, right? Eventually, all the carbon dioxide in the air will be fixated on the ground. So there will be no more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And Earth will get colder and colder, and all the plants will die. That's what's going to happen. I mean, that's what would happen if there are no other organisms except for plants. We are excluding like wildfire, or if there's wildfire, then yes, plants will burn and carbon dioxide will be released back to the air. But we are excluding all that possibility. We are simplifying it. Okay? That's what's going to happen. All right? Yeah. Yeah. Because this is climate cycle, right? Global cooling, global warming, cooling, this periodic cycle, eternal recurrence of climate change, right? We're trying to model it. Okay? We did this before, but we are back to it. Why? Because I heard in the radio, in the news, okay, about that. So kind of renewed our interest. Yeah. So we are revisiting the same issue we talked about before. And it's great because we are refining our model theory and we get better at it. Right? So our model becomes better and better. So it's good that we revisit those issues. Okay. Okay. So that's what will happen if there are only plants. Okay. Next step. Let's put herbivores, plant-eating animals. It could be that, or it could be just microorganisms that break down plants. Whatever, plant eaters, dead or alive. Plant eaters, sometimes they eat dead plants, sometimes they eat live plants. Like look at Alaskan moose or horse, cows. They eat hay, they're dead grasses. Rabbits, they can feed on and survive eating dead plants in the winter. That's what they eat, and that's why they don't hibernate because they don't need to. Herbivores, plant eaters, they typically they can survive eating dead plants in the winter. That's why they don't need to survive. I mean, hibernate. There's no organism that hibernate and who is also herbivores. Maybe there are, okay, but maybe there are. I don't know many. Maybe there are some. Okay, hibernating herbivores. Yeah, let me look that up. Okay. Maybe squirrels, maybe. Maybe. Do they hibernate? I don't know. But during the winter, yeah, plant eater eating animals, they can eat dead plants and they can survive And in the winter, if they dig down the snow, there are plenty of dead plants, and they eat them, and they can survive in the winter without hibernation. Okay. All right. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay, and then we'll keep thinking about this. Okay. Model for climate cycle. Yeah? Okay. This is kind of important. All right. So. Okay, let's take 5 minutes. Hmm. So let's look up. Let's take a break from this scientific modeling of climate cycle and look up hobbyable. Hibernating herbivore. Yeah, it's not common. Some ancient herbivore may have hibernated. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, bees, bumblebees. Okay, bumblebees. Yeah, it's a herbivore. Hedgehogs hibernate. How about squirrels? Groundhogs. They hibernate. Okay, okay. Some rodents. How about squirrels? But it's not true hibernation. But they spend most time sleeping. Okay, into it. All right, groundhogs. Okay, hedgehogs. They do hibernate. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So, okay. Plant-eating animals or plant-eating microorganisms like fungi, bacteria, whatever, right? So they release carbon dioxide back to the air, right? Okay. So back when I was in middle school, high school in South Korea, we learned about ecology, ecological pyramid, how it gets balanced always in a pyramid shape. Because in upper echelon, if there, okay, first, if there are too many plants, upper echelon, there will be more herbivores because there are plenty of food. Okay, and as number of plant-eating animals increases, number of plants will decrease because they will eat up. They eat very fast, right? And and as the population of plants decreases, population of animals will shrink. Then, because there are less predators, plant-eating animals, plants will increase again. Then plant-eating animals will increase again. So there's this eternal cycle. Okay, that might be the key to the global climate cycle. It's a hypothesis because some other scientists they try to explain global climate cycle in terms of cosmic event like Earth rotation and sunspot, whatever. Okay, and I don't buy it. I don't. Let me refill this vodka real quick. Okay, so, yeah. Mm. All right, so it's kind of well, science aside. Let's take a break from science. Let's talk about politics a little bit. So yeah, climate change alarmism. That's how conservatives call it. It's issue of science, issue of politics, and issue of economy. It's an important problem. Okay, important issue. Whether it's a problem or not, but that's how Democrats would characterize it. But conservatives, we don't see it as a problem. We see it as a natural phenomenon, right? So because climate has always been changing. All right, so now, so that's about it. Okay, where there are a lot of plants, global cooling happens. When there are more animals than plants, global warming happens because they release carbon dioxide back to the air, and carbon dioxide being a greenhouse gas, it keeps the heat inside of the planet Earth, traps the heat, and global warming happens. But global warming, that's very ideal environment for plant growth. Photosynthesis rate increases as there are more carbon dioxide is in the air, and when it's warmer. Okay, so global warming is ideal environment for plants. There are plenty of plant food, which is carbon dioxide, and it's warm. It's like Amazonian jungle, equatorial region, right? And when there's a lot of heat, water will evaporate faster. So there'll be a lot of rain clouds, and there'll be a lot of rain. So plants will have a lot of water. Yeah, Amazon jungle, ideal for plant growth because it's hot, there's plenty of water, plenty of sunshine, and plenty of carbon dioxide. Okay, yeah. So how about habitat loss? I don't think there's too much to worry about it. Okay, look at ANWA, Arctic Wildlife National Refuge in Alaska. Right? President Biden and his people, in their infinite wisdom, they stopped development there. They also stopped Keystone pipeline from Canada, supposed to go to across America. Okay, uh, Green New Deal. So they don't like fossil fuel because in their minds, fossil fuel is bad. That's what Democrats think. Okay, uh, so that's why they stop all the development of fossil fuel related industry. That's Democratic Party's agenda. Okay, so yeah. But as conservatives, we oppose those Democratic Party's activity blocking the development of oil and gas industry. Okay, so we see what happens. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so that's the model. That's it. Right? Because climate has been always changing. What are some evidences? Yeah, NWA, Arctic, North Arctic region, northern Alaska. It used to be jungle there. That's why they have a lot of oil and gas, fossil fuel. How many years ago? Maybe millions ago, millions of years ago. Okay. Middle East, desert now, but millions of years ago, desert like Saudi Arabia, sandy desert, it used to be jungles. That's why they have so much fossil fuel, oil and gas. So climate has already changed. Always have changed. Okay. So the global warming that we are experiencing nowadays, it could be a very good thing because Anwa or Sahara Desert, it may become jungle again. As temperature changes, rain pattern also changes. So it may start raining in Sahara Desert, Anwa, and there could be a lot of plant growth. Oh, yeah, regenerating. Yes, fossil fuel. So we may never run out of fossil fuel. Why? Fossil fuel is just carbon dioxide, carbon molecule, carbohydrates, okay, hydrocarbons keep getting recycled again and again and again. We may never run out of fossil fuel, okay. So all those fossil fuel now trapped under the ground. They used to be in the air way back. Through the evolution of planet Earth, plants appeared, can photosynthesize. They absorbed all the carbon dioxide from the air, and at some point they died and got buried under the ground, and they became fossil fuel. So carbon dioxide is not a bad thing. No, it's essential thing of life organisms, and it's not toxic. So let's say for then nuclear energy. Okay? Carbon dioxide is not dirty. No, we are built with carbons, our body. So in conservatives' opinions, okay, Democrats are misguided and they're scientifically ignorant. There's some conservatives think the way we think, okay, misguided, ignorance, Democratic Party, okay, yeah. So possibly they'll be topic of next paper, okay. So also electric car, bad idea, okay. Yeah, but today I did not write. Why? Because a couple of days ago I wrote like 10 pages one day during my holiday, vacation day. So I need some break from writing, okay? So if I just keep on writing like that, the quality of the paper, humanology paper, humanology paper will start to degrade because I will not be enjoying writing. It will be more like mechanical, boring, right? We don't want that. We want the academic paper to be engaging and inspiring and fun, entertaining, right? When I enjoy writing, because I have taken a lot of break from writing, so I'm fresh in my mind when I'm writing. When I enjoy writing, then it'll be high quality paper, and readers will enjoy reading it. It's positive copium, right? Yeah. So that's why we take breaks. Okay. So yeah, yeah, because plants they multiply pretty fast, but animals they eat very fast. Okay, the speed of plant reproduction and animal consumption of the plants. Yeah, maybe it's different speed. There's some differential difference between the two speeds. The reproduction speed of plants and the consumption speed of animals. Perhaps animals can consume plants faster than plants can reproduce. That's why animal population they just explode faster than plants can reproduce. Okay, so there are more animals than there are plants. Okay, so then plants population decreases and animal they die of starvation, right? Yeah, I guess when animal dies, they die pretty fast too. Okay, when they die of starvation, like one day, 90% of animals die of starvation. Okay, then yeah, plants will start to reproduce because it also has to do with animals' reproduction speed. Maybe animals reproduce slower than plants, which is very true. Plants, how many seeds can one tree produce per season? A lot, right? You have one dandelion flower. How many seeds are in there? This white, puffy dandelion. How many? Let's look it up. Yeah. 15,000? Where? 150 per flower. Right? 150 seeds per dandelion flower. And 10 flowers per plant, dandelion plant. So there's 1,500, and I guess dandelion like live like 10 years, I guess. And dandelions, yeah, so plants they reproduce very fast. Okay. Animals? No, no. One dandelion flower have 150 seeds. Okay. How about one mice, rodent? Maybe 10 babies, I don't know. So reproduction speed of plants is faster than animals' reproduction speed. So once animals are wiped out of starvation, then their plants will recover very quickly. But animal population will recover slowly. But once they recover, animals eat very fast and they eat a lot. So the speed of plants reproduction is very fast. Animals reproduction speed is slow, but once animal reproduction catch up, once they multiply enough, animal consumption of plant, the eating speed is very fast. So once animal population recovers, then plants will quickly go down, plant population. Okay? And once that happens, animal die very fast. Because if there are no more plants, then they die. Because they cannot eat earth, dirt, sand. No, they need plants. Okay? So that kind of makes sense, right? Yeah. So animal quickly dies, then plant reproduction very fast. And when there are a lot of plants, global cooling. Okay? And so animals slowly multiply and then eat up the plants very fast. So there are a lot of animals, global warming. Yeah? Carbon release back to the air. Okay, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. At least it's an interesting model of climate cycle. Okay? Now let's take 5 minutes break. I need some vocal rest. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So our next step would be to transform, express this logic, scientific model into mathematical model. Okay, that'll be our next task. Somehow we'll express this concept into mathematical language. Then it will become a publication material. All right. So let's think about that. Yeah, we need to grab whiteboard, of course. Population growth is exponential, right? Yeah. So we have two different kind of exponential function. like y is equal is equal to 2 to the x, for, and that's will be animal growth model. Plant growth model, yeah, y is equal to 10 to the x. Okay? Yeah. So at a given time, okay, so pop, let's grab whiteboard, shall we? Right. What is this about? I have no idea. Okay. Oh yeah, it's about linguistics. I get it. Yeah. Let me grab some more layer. Oh, wait. So yeah, what journal would be the appropriate journal to publish this next paper? Meteorology journal or atmospheric science journal or history of the earth, is it archaeology? I don't know. Earth science. I don't know. But that's not important. Why? They're gonna reject my paper, our paper anyway. So yeah, but it kind of look nice, kind of dark, huh? Look at this. Come, let me take a selfie. Okay. Okay. So population of plants. Okay. P at given time t is equal to 10 to the t. Okay. Animals population. Okay. And how many plants do animals eat a day? Okay. Then there is some subtraction. Okay. Yeah. Let's think about that. Okay. Yeah. If your scientific paper, mathematical biology. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting project. Would you give a name to this paper? I'll give you a minute, okay? Why don't you give this paper, our next paper, a name, title? I'll give you a minute. It'll be an interesting paper. Of course, we'll talk about iceberg. We'll talk about all about climate change, iceberg, electric cars, all that stuff. Okay. Climate change, global warming. We'll talk about all of that in this paper. They have a next project. Okay. How about like mathematical model of climate cycle? Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, so there should be some subtraction, right? Uh, okay. Well, maybe something like plant survival. Okay, surviving plant. How about this? Population of plant, population of animal. Okay, so surviving plant at given time t is equal to 10 to the t number of plants minus number of plants that's already existing at time t minus the number of plants that animals eat. Basically, the number of plants that dies. Huh? So if one animal per day eat some number of plants, okay, so they'd be like what? N times 2t? Something like that? Yeah. There are 2 to the t number of animals, and each animal kills by eating and plants. Okay? So this is number of surviving plants. Okay? But somehow we want to derive some kind of periodic function like sine, cosine, whatever. All right? That's our goal. This is not a periodic function at all, right? So that's the objective we are trying to achieve here, right? With some manipulation of these exponential functions, we want to derive a harmonic function, periodic function, like sine curve, cosine curve, something like that. How do we do that? I have no clue. Right? What's here is a pimple. Okay, I have pimple here. Okay, so why? Because I was like squeezing my nose because nose have looks like this strawberry in Korean word dalgi means strawberry. Okay, it has this seeds on the surface. Yeah, adult nose can't look like that. It has this accumulation of this fats, right? Yeah. So I was squeezing out of that, touching the side of the nose, and got some infection, I guess. Right, so there's the pimple here. It'll disappear in a week or so. Okay. It's just taking a break from all this mathematics and biology and whatever science. Okay, so how do you derive periodic function out of subtraction of two exponential function? That's the task at hand. I have no clue. Right. But once we derive it, then we are done. Okay. It will require some creative mathematical thinking. Maybe some differentiation. Okay. Maybe some integration, some calculus. Hmm. Yeah. Let's think about that. Okay. I mean, we have some narrative based on logic, right? Yeah. Your food pyramid, ecological triangle pyramid, okay? Just two layers, okay? You have plant eating animals and plants, right? Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. See, humanology is so easy, right? Compared to science like this, hardcore science. Eh, because the kind of mathematics that we use in humanology is quite basic. So, but when it comes to this biology, demographics, population, okay, that's a little bit more technical than the kind of mathematics we use in humanology. Okay, so uh, isn't my eyes bigger than usual? Because I had day off a couple of days ago, so I had very good rest. So higher energy level. Yeah. Uh, we want to come up with one equation, okay, that encapsulates the concept of this vibration. Okay, like was like that, and next phase there are more animals than plants. Then animals die, and plants reproduce very fast. Huh? Yeah, this is how I learned in Korean high school, middle school. Okay, so and then there be a lot more animals, and it goes to that situation again. Just cycles. Okay, so how can we express that in mathematics or language? We may have to make some concrete examples of numbers. All right, because mathematics is like this. Okay, yeah, it's just too abstract, too general. So we need to get down to earth. So metaphysics versus physics. Okay, if you are confused with the generic terms and abstract concepts, make some examples, concrete examples, real numbers, right? Yeah. So we need some numerical examples, basically. Okay. Maybe not 2 and 10, maybe 2 and 3. We need to apply Occam's razor principle. We need to make this model as simple as possible, right? Yeah. Without losing any generality. Okay. All right. So how about n? Well, how many plants an animal eat per day? How about 10? Too big a number. How about 5? Ooh. Okay. Maybe you have number 2, 3, and 5, right? And 5 is bigger than 3. So maybe that's kind of important, huh? Because, yeah, we have to introduce this differential concept. A little bit of differentiation, calculus, okay? Like delta, right? Per day, right? Let's break it down, okay? Per day, let's analyze this. Per day, okay, there's this number of animals, this number of plants. One animal eat this number of plants, okay? So, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's time to update this computer's Windows update. So is it gonna just restart? I don't know when it's gonna restart. Hopefully not in the middle of this filming. Well, guess what? We're gonna stop and restart, okay? Because we got some good stuff here. All right, so we don't want to lose any footage of this. All right, so we'll stop and restart, okay? So I see you in 5 minutes. All right.